Hello everyone, this is Brijesh Yadav, Captain Team ALFA ZYRUS, and today I'll be answering the questions for Best Captain. Which is better, captain's decision, captain's opinion, or team's opinion or team's decision? On all day, on a given circumstance, the team's opinion and team's decision might have a combination of mixed good decisions as well as bad decisions. So in my view, team's opinion, team's decision is important. From there, a captain can make a collective decision or a better decision combined. Second question, how will you handle captaincy and friendship at the same time, and what will be your expectations? If a captain has friends in the team, I believe that is one of the strength, because he might not have to think that oh, I'm imposing something which they might not like, the team might not like. At the same time, if he has a friend, if a captain has a friend in his team, so he knows how to get work done from that teammate, or how will he react to any such decision taken. Third question, how will you impose your decisions to your team, forcefully or convincingly? Okay, so for this question, any decisions that has to be imposed on the team has to be done convincingly, because there might be some people who might not like a decision or two, but anytime you will have to do it convincingly. How hard can you push yourself for your team's goal? A captain has to push himself towards the team's goal in such a way that I would push myself towards it for the team's goal in such a way that my teammates take it as a benchmark, or they try to raise their standards, or they try to take it as an idol till that way. What will you do if your team is having academic exam at the same time and you need to ready your kart? Okay, so for that, first thing what I would do is I would plan out prior. We would be having our academic calendar or examination calendar rolled out several months before the examinations. So for that, I would plan out well in advance, so that both the academic exams and the deadline of fabricating the kart won't coincide. By that way, we'll have our kart ready and have sufficient time to test out the kart. At the same time, we'll be having plenty time to study for our exams. For funds, whom do you consider? First, college. Why and how will you convince? Sponsor. Why? How will you convince? Okay, for funds, definitely I would consider sponsors, because once we try talking to a sponsor, it gives us a real life scenario what the corporate world would be looking to fund your startup next. Or if someone has any ideas for startup, they'll get to know what a company expects in return for the funds. And if I go to college, how will I convince the sponsor? So if I approach any corporate company, there'll be something called as CSR value, corporate social responsibility. So they want something to put on their CSR, and I want the funds for my team. So I would show this criteria as a give and take policy with the company, where they improve their CSR value and I get funds in return. If I approach college, the first thing, why? Because college has funds and we might not have to struggle that much, where we keep on calling the sponsors, try being with them in mails. If we go to college, the funds might get approved soon, and how will I convince my college? The main thing is the publicity, the marketing of the college. Imagine I'm going to a national event where 50 other colleges are coming, or if I'm going to some other city, so the free marketing, free publicity of the college, the banner would be done by us. So I would keep that as my USP to the college, and then I would approach for the funds. What will you do if a crucial part of your kart fails a day prior to competition? The first thing is always keep an extra part ready with you before the prior competition. If a crucial part fails a day prior to the competition, if we have a extra spare part, we would replace it. If we don't have, we would try getting it fixed within the deadline. and we'll get the kart ready for the competition. What will you do if your team is almost out of the competition and another team requires a major part to stay in the competition? One of the most important thing that a team should have is never give up. Even if there is 1% of chance to win the competition, I would take that for my team rather than quitting the competition and just surrendering and giving major part to another team. I would fight till the last moment. What will you do if you failed in the first competition and now with new team consisting half a fresher member? What would be your steps for end goal? The things what a success teaches to a team is not that more when you fail and you learn things in the competition. So if you fail in a competition, you have learned things, you know where you're going wrong and where you can improve. So if with half of the fresh members in the team, the first steps would be to guide them in the correct directions and tell them what are the places where we failed last time, so that they don't fail in that time, and also tell them where are the places that they could fail because of the experience that we have. So telling these things would ensure that they won't fail again in the next year competition and they would win it. If you pass your captaincy to other members, while you're still in the team, what would be your stand for the team and your role as well? After I pass on the captaincy to other member while I'm still in the team, I would be a normal team member whichever sub team I work in. If the team asks me to take any sub team lead role or any other mechanical head or a mentor role, I would do that if the opportunity arises. As an experienced captain, how will you handle your fresher team to excel in the competition? As an experienced captain, the first and foremost thing that has to be done to a fresher is to explain him what are we doing, why are we doing, how are we doing. So if once that is done, if he knows what we are doing and why we are doing and how we are doing, half of the problem is solved there. And only then what we need to do is we need to go day in, day out and achieve those targets. How will you handle disputes among team members? Whenever a dispute happens, I can't take a decision as soon as I hear the story. I need to first hear the story from both the sides and then try to sort the dispute by finding out whoever mistake is this, tell them sorry, and it's day in day out thing. Every day the disputes keep coming and every day the disputes keep going. We can't just stop a team because of the disputes. So I just make the whoever has fought in the team, I just ask them to ask sorry with each other and then go on. How will you deal with team member who is unproductive? This might be because of a genuine reason, or if he is actually unproductive, I would have a talk with him. Why is that such things happening? If there is any help that I can be of. If that is not a thing, then I guess after having a talk with that member, if we can find out to a solution where we can get a work output from him, then the problem would be solved there. As a team member, what will you expect from your captain? Answer as a fresher and experienced both. As a fresher, I would expect that my captain would have our back wherever we go wrong, because as a fresher we hardly know any insights of the competition or how to carry on with the project. So as a fresher, I would expect my captain to have my back whenever I commit a mistake. As an experienced member, I would have my captain to be pinpoint if he to cut short things and not wasting too much time on unnecessary things. Since we already know what can be done, we have to try something new as an experienced. During the event, someone got extreme injured. What would be your stand as captain? See, if we are at a dynamic event, and let's take the example of our current scenario, we are around 18 members. Not all 18 are required to be present all the time at the event. So I would just put someone to take that injured person to the hospital, and if my presence is not required in that event, during that event, I too would rush to the hospital and look after the injured member. How will you keep your team's enthusiasm under pressure with lack of time? Once we are under pressure with lack of time, the margin of error becomes very less. The only thing that I can tell my team is we're not getting anything out of it. The only thing what we'll be doing is for the legacy that our seniors leave behind. Down the line, 5-6 years, if we come back to our university, there'll be a board that will be having all our name. So for the one last time, even if against the time, against the pressure, if we do this, definitely we're going to win it. Whom will you blame for failure in competition, yourself or particular team member or the whole team? When a team wins, the entire team wins or the entire team loses, there is no space for any individual gladiator or individual person who shines out. Either the entire team wins or it loses. But when the failure comes, the captain should stand in front and take the failure, because he was appointed for a cause, for a reason, that to take his team from the other side to the winning side. And when the team fails in the competition, for the first blame comes on the captain itself. So I believe the captain should take the blame for the failure. How do you consider yourself as a captain? As a captain, I consider myself that I'm still in a learning process, and I really am blessed to have such a wonderful team which supports me to be a captain, at the same time enjoy the learning process. And I do enjoy the captaincy, the learning process, whatever I do day in, day out, I do enjoy that. Who is an ideal captain from your point of view, or how you think yourself suitable for captaincy? I think I'm suitable for captaincy because I balance all the equations and then take a decision. That becomes more important to a captain whenever, especially when he wants his team to win, because we can't always take a unbalanced decision all the time. So I think I always try to balance the equations and then take a decision, might it be any decision. So I think I'm very well suitable for the captaincy. If you come up with an idea and everyone agrees to it at the time of implementation, one by one your group members are quitting with genuine reasons, and now only you're left, what will you do? If the genuine reasons, excuse me, with genuine reasons, people are quitting, and now only I'm left, and the idea what was put in front of everyone, they agreed it. That doesn't mean they don't like the idea, but because of some genuine reasons they're quitting. I would try go talking to them, what is the problem, what is the genuine reason that they are quitting. If we can squeeze in bits and pieces, I can get them back by talking, because talking solves lots of things. So if the idea is what is troubling them and making them quit, I would drop with that idea rather than them agreeing on phase and then leaving the team. Because of that idea, if the team is struggling, if the team is getting a bad phase, I would drop that idea and ask them to come back. And I guess that is all the questions for today, and thank you everyone.